Larry, 50-52.
I will slightly tilt towards Mexico. They've not excelled particularly at this tournament, perhaps because they were in a group that had Brazil, but they still came up with 7 points in that group, defeating the likes of Croatia and Cameroon. And then their goalkeeper particularly stopped Brazil from winning that game, a goalless, the famous goalless draw, Ochoa.
Okay.
And you will expect that they will give Netherlands a run for their money.
Okay, it's like we have a column. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, go on. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I think the problem we're having in Nigeria FA is the organizational structure. And we can also see corruption everywhere. So the issue on ground with our sporting stuff is not just if to go to the World Cup, but the players have to see the leaders performing the job. So I think that is the issue on ground. And so far, I think government need to compensate the player where they are doing fine. I think since 1998 now, we never qualified for
the second
round.
Yes.
And now we are going against France. So they need to be compensated. We have to make them happy so that they can give their best.
Okay, David.
Yeah.
Your expectations against France, do you think we can scale through?
If you look at the team France,
Yeah.
it seems that they have the player that can take them to the next round. And at the same time, Nigeria, I think we have the boys that can also put their energy to play. But what we just need to do is, if there is still work on like the first game we play against Iran, I believe we can put pressure on France and something can come out. They only have the attacking, but we have defense and in the midfield, and our attack is okay.
Our attack is okay.
We shouldn't just underrate ourselves.
All right. What do you have in Ondo? I know you have some pounded yam and what? Is it fresh meat or fresh?
We have everything.
Yeah. Are you inviting us to Ondo?
No problem. You're welcome.
I want to eat those Ondo pounded yam. Wallahi, I'm coming over. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much.
All right. That's David called us from Ondo. We've had David. We have Jacob. I hope we won't have Abraham. I love you guys. Costa Rica versus Greece. The luck of the draw or the luck of the qualification.
Costa Rica has actually earned the right to actually be where they are right now.
Beat Uruguay.
Incidentally, before the tournament,
yes,
the coach of Costa Rica said that the 3 world champions, recall that 3 world champions are in that group.
Of course.
Talking about England, Italy, and Uruguay.
Yeah.
He said the 3 world champions will have to struggle for the second slot. And everybody thought this guy is delusional. And then
that the guy is taking some.
I'm telling you. And they went into the tournament. Let's not forget as well that this tournament has actually favored those from CONMEBOL and CONCACAF. As expected. Only Honduras from Central America and Ecuador didn't qualify. Every other person qualified for the next round. It is marvelous. In Africa, we had just 2 out of 5. In Europe, we had 6 out of 13. Asia, all of the 4 are back home right now, including Australia. So it tells you that CONMEBOL...
So reduce the Asian slots.
Asian slots.
Give Nigeria one.
Give Africa one more.
Give
CONMEBOL one more. So it has favored South America. And that's
how many okay, Africa has 52. Is it 52 or 53 voting? Or 54?
54 now.
54 votes in FIFA.
Yes.
I think about 50. All right. Okay, Philip. Philip, how are you?
Yes. I'm fine.
So what is happening?
Yeah, I want to have a contribution about this talk.
Where are you calling from in Edo? Are you coming from Benin or Ekpoma? Where?
I'm calling from Benin.
From Benin. Is it raining? Is it raining there?
Raining.
Is it raining?
Benin is big. Maybe raining on that part.
Okay. So let's hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Go.
But my contribution to this discussion.
Yeah.
This about the money that's supposed to be accruing to the players.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying, why would FIFA decide for Nigeria or Africans how to spend our money? The question is that if a man who rubs himself with perfume or have, let's say, you fart, mess, and something is smelling around you, it is you that is best life. In South America, other continents, there are no rollover bonuses. That is what brought in FIFA. And that is why I listened to that committee, the report of that committee.
We have it, yes.
When that it is either now or in the future, whatever the African federations agree with their players, that is what they will sign it by himself. So that they will make sure that with that document, they will remit the money straight to the players. One thing is paramount in this place, and which we ought to do. We are talking about corruption in Nigeria. Like just now, they were saying that the Demodili brought money players by the federation. By the time they came back, they didn't need all this money. Who are people eating them? What are the government doing? What are people doing to bring them to book so that this thing will stop?
Okay, David, cool down. Just calm down, my brother. Calm down. Are we beating France tomorrow? Just calm down. Tell me about tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's talk about tomorrow.
Okay.
Are we winning tomorrow? Are we beating France?
You said?
Can we beat France tomorrow? Is it possible that we'll beat France tomorrow?
Yes, I'm so sure we'll beat France tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I look at the 3 matches France play. If Nigeria can concentrate and play the way they played their last 2 matches, particularly the last one, you will agree with me that France is not as good as Argentina. And the one who played them, the way we play Argentina, we're able to beat France. And from the analysis today, is that France has not had a victory over any African country in
the World Cup.
In the World Cup. And even South Africa had their pound of flesh 2 goals. And that is why Sagnan was saying they are already afraid of Nigeria because Nigeria is the best team in Africa. I believe we will beat them.
They did. Okay, it's like your baby is there with you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Your baby is there.
Yes.
A male or a female?
You say?
A male or a female? Your child, is it a boy or a girl?
It's a female. It's a female.
Okay. How old is she? How old is she?
It's just 1 year, 2 months.
Okay, so she cannot talk. And I just said we are greeting her from Lagos. Thank you, David. Philip. Thank you, Philip. Thank you very much.
Let me quickly correct an impression that Philip made. Two things Philip said that I think are not true. France defeated Togo in 2006. But before then, France had lost to Senegal in 2002, and then they lost to South Africa in 2010.
No, defeated.
2010.
Okay,
in 2010, they lost South Africa. They had defeated South Africa in 1998.
2 own goals by Issa.
No. And I remember that match, Zidane would have gotten a red card, and he was spared.
Exactly.
I mean, he was on a yellow. Exactly. He did something, he would have sent him out, and they spared him. And because I felt really, I'm sorry because I'm an African, I felt that maybe this is an injustice, against us. Okay, so that means, okay, let us look at that, what is coming out. We already have Brazil taking on Colombia. Right? So who do you think goes to semi-final between Brazil and Colombia?
Colombia. The way the Colombians play.
Okay. Larry.
With Cuadrado in the middle.
No.
Don't worry.
We need
Larry,
hold on. With Cuadrado in the middle.
Yes.
With a James Rodriguez.
Yes.
Those guys can actually be...
They are so young.
And then they have Yepes and Zapate at the back. They don't concede so many goals.
Regardless
and then
of who
going
they
forward, they are brilliant. Remember, Falcao is not even there. But you're not missing Falcao, are you? They play very, very brilliantly. And don't forget that Brazil, without Neymar, don't come to the party. Like yesterday.
If Neymar comes to the party,
well, Neymar will hardly come to the party from this stage. Yesterday, you saw a game that Chile would have won if it was on another turf.
Okay.
But I'm so disagreeing with Larry because I
so you are going for Brazil?
I'm going all the way for Brazil. You need a Brazil in as much as the semi-final. I mean, the World Cup will be as dead as Dodo. If we don't have Brazil in that semi-final.
Are you trying to be emotional or you're trying to be an analyst?
No, I understand what he's saying.
Are you trying to be an analyst?
You're talking about a wish. But he's talking about
based on form. Based on what is on the table.
I don't think the Brazilians have done too bad themselves. I mean, you have to consider the fact that it's always tough when the Brazilians are playing against opposition from the Americas.
Let's put that in context. That's where Colombia is from.
Yeah, Can I quickly give you a dossier? Let me quickly give you a dossier of the Brazilians. In the first game against Croatia, they struggled. If not for that penalty that came out of nothing. Against Mexico, they didn't even score a goal. Of course, Cameroon is like Seychelles when it comes to, or Djibouti when it comes to World Cup. And then yesterday, against Chile. So you can imagine.
Hold on, like, you have a fantastic team with all the home support. When you are playing against the Chileans, Colombians, Uruguayans, as a Brazilian, you always know what you're up for. What we are saying is Brazil will be going gongo against Colombia just because of the fact that they know that winning is everything for them. The World Cup is about winning for them. It's not just about playing. It's not just about participating on home soil, on home turf. Neymar might not have come to the party, yesterday, but I'm telling you that I see a Brazil in as much as the semi-final. Anything less is going to, is going to allow maybe an eruption of violence, which we don't really want. Because even other nationals from other countries might not get out of Brazil safe. I know what I'm talking about. Winning to them is everything, and we need Brazil to be in at least the semi-final. If they get to the semi-final, that means they're playing no less than 7 matches. But right now, 4 matches, they are 3 games away from heaven. The definition of heaven for them is winning the World Cup.
Okay. So, in the other one, you are saying between Costa Rica, Greece, Netherlands, and Mexico, who do you see?
I'm seeing Costa Rica all the way. They will defeat Greece. Greece are fortunate to be here.
Larry.
Recall that they got a late penalty, in that game that Ivory Coast should have actually qualified. So I see Costa Rica.
I concur with him.
Okay, you guys are not seeing Netherlands.
Okay,
for once, I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm taking Netherlands. All right, we are going to take a break from this segment now. And when we do come back, yes, they are still in the house. Obey me, Ajala. One, Yemi. And both of them are in the house. Go nowhere to Channel Sport on Sunday and let the entertainment continue.